So, Yawgmoth. I wanted to remake this video because the last one had some poor audio, and I've also made some changes to the deck with the new Innistrad set. So I thought I would update this one and still go in depth on some of the cards I use, some of the combos. As you can see from the thumbnail, there's the main combo of the deck. But Yawgmoth, he's a really cool Historic Brawl commander. You can have a lot of fun with this, mono black shenanigans, a lot of little sacrifice, some resurrection themes in here as well. So I'll just go through the cards and kind of, maybe even just go one by one about how they interact and how I use them. Maybe some cards that I'm thinking of swapping out and that kind of thing. So Yawgmoth himself, he enables you to draw a lot of cards and kill a lot of their creatures. If you're going up against creature-heavy decks, you're going to have a good time. And if you're going up against, more spell decks, as in like instants and sorcery based decks, can be a bit tricky, especially enchantment decks. They're hard to deal with mono black, but it pairs up well against other decks. And I think with the matchmaking system, you probably get paired up with decks that, you can go toe to toe with. So yeah, it's a really fun playstyle though. So you've got Dark Ritual, basically a mono black staple. Gets Yawgmoth out faster. You can just do more things off the get-go. Duress, always a good card to just take out some options early game. Nested Shambler, so you'll see a theme with a lot of the creatures here. They can resurrect and they can come back and you can get more triggers out of Yawgmoth, so drawing more cards, always good. Thoughtseize, similar to Duress, you can just take out some threats from their hand. Village Rites is good if you know that a creature is going to get targeted, especially like if some of your creatures draw some removal. To just have one black up to sack it and draw 2 cards is pretty good. Then we've got this just for a bit of ramp, getting those lands. I do run, I believe, 36 lands, somewhere around there. 34, so a little bit lower here because you do get to draw so many cards, so you can kind of afford to have less lands in your deck. Then we go through here, our 2-drops. You can see there's a heavy leaning on 2 and 3 drops with this deck. So again, here, just taking away threats. This mono black kind of has to deal with some of the threats, especially like enchantments and stuff before they land. So pulling out, instant sorceries, enchantments, artifacts with the discard spells is a really good idea. Then we get our first kind of combo card. So you'll see there's a loop we can do with Yawgmoth where you just you get your Blood Artist out, you get your where are we? Nest of Scarabs, and as long as you've got one other creature, basically you can keep sacking your insect and another insect will be generated as long as there's enough targets for you to do that on. So as long as you've got enough creatures, you can just drain them for their whole life. It's basically an infinite combo because the Nest of Scarabs is generating a new creature every time one dies. So you either need a Blood Artist, you can also have, there's a few that enable it, which is good. You can also have Bastion of Remembrance also works with it. You also have, where are we? Yep, Ayara also works. I wish they had Zulaport Cutthroat or something. Falconwrath Noble also works. And I believe that's it. You want to have a bit of redundancy, in the deck, a few different ways to enable that. But yeah, it all goes off Nest of Scarabs. There are some other combos where you can kind of, but they don't go infinite. Like this one goes infinite, but there's some other ones that work, but they're not necessarily infinite combos. Anywho, we move on. This one, again, is similar to Nested Shambler. I'll just say like a draw enabler. Plays a similar role here. Deadly Dispute to Village Rites. Again, enabler as well, because this will just generate a new token every turn, so you basically get an extra trigger every turn. Good to have up as blockers as well, in case you're versing like an aggro deck or something. It does drain your life, so we do have some redundancy built back into that. Oh, I forgot to say, the Meat Hook Massacre also works well with that. Is also the enabler to that drain their life combo, and helps you gain some life as well, because that's very important with Yawgmoth, because you're going to be losing life. So you got to kind of be prepared for that. So you got some removal here. Here again, an enabler, because you just get more fodder for Yawgmoth. Removal, more fodder. This is good because it can pull. It can be good early game just to get something down, but late game you can resurrect some threats that you've milled or discarded along the way. Enabler. This is also an infinite combo if you can generate infinite mana through. It's a little bit more complex, but you basically get out Pitiless Plunderer, and then you also get out the one. Where is it? I believe there's one where you sack a creature and you get 1 mana, but maybe we'll get to that a bit later. That's fine. More fast mana. These two are kind of essential in all Historic Brawl decks, I would say, and Mindstone. Treasure Map's kind of my own tech. I could probably replace this with something else. It kind of, this one you could swap out with some other artifacts. Just something that helps you scry or get through your deck, or fast mana. Again, combo enabler, and also a board wipe if you need it, which is handy. Normally you won't need board wipes with this deck because there's a lot of removal, and with Yawgmoth's ability it works well. But anyway, here combo enabler. This is also fodder, just a good versatile card. This one here, kind of like an enabler. You can give humans lifelink, which can be nice. This one's kind of a tech, like I may end up taking it out, but we'll see. Midnight Reaper is good for draws. Obviously the main combo piece. Good to get rid of planeswalkers or creatures. Kind of a combo enabler. Well, not combo enabler, but just like a creature that generates other creatures. This one as well, I'm not too sure how well it fits in the deck, but it could be a possible removal, but I've got it in for now. Varragoth, great to tutor up cards. Woest Rider is really good because you can sack creatures and scry. Generates another token, so it's more fodder. And it's a 3/2 body already, so it's pretty good. Tutor, removal, card draw is always good. Combo enabler. This one obviously makes black creatures cost 1 less, so it's great. And you actually gain life when you cast creatures, and this is a creature heavy deck, so it works well. Chromatic Lantern, probably could swap this out with a different artifact that generates, because obviously it's mono black, you don't need the lands controlling tapping for any color, but that's alright. Herodic Banner's good because you get all your black creatures +1. Skirian Surveyor, good to just draw lands. Good versatile card here. Obviously a lot is going to the bin, so you can get it all back. Here, now you'll start to see like some of the higher costing creatures and spells, which are going to normally have a bit of a resurrection theme. So you've got Blood for Bones, which will do that. Get a card to hand into the battlefield, and it's easy to pay sacrifice costs when you've got all these little creatures that kind of generate themselves. So it's a nice, cool theme. Here, just to deal with pesky planeswalkers if we can't. Here, another kind of conditional board wipe. Combo enabler, also kind of combo enabler. You can get a lot of mana with that. Gonti is always good, versatile. I just like the card. Same with Twilight Prophet. Plus, it also heals you. Great removal, also heals you. Solemn, I think, which should be in almost every deck. Here we get some of our recursion. Both of these can recur, and Liliana I've just recently added. Great card, love it in Commander. So had to add. Grey Merchant, a really good card for this deck to get that life back. And then Black Market. It's a bit of a greedy card, but sometimes you can really do a lot with it. Lily, great. Gets bodies, gets a lot of draw. Yeah, just a good card. Noxious Gearhulk's great because you gain life, so you can get rid of their big threats and gain a lot of life. Bolas' Citadel, fairly low curve, so can put in a lot of work. Plus, you can use Yawgmoth to get whatever's off the top. Like if it's a land and you've already played a land for turn, just get that land off the top or into your hand. Yeah, just this card is bananas. I love Bolas' Citadel. Massacre Worm, great for board wiping mini threats. Shouldering, just an awesome card. And Villas, also a great card. You can just draw a lot of cards. And Cauldron of Eternity, once there's so much stuff in the bin, doing this, or like you can get your big threats back. You hope that you kind of get something in the bin. And then some lands, obviously, you know, good versatile land to exile grave. Cabal Stronghold, like no-brainer in mono black. Great for, you know, that extra card draw. Good early land, and, you know, becomes a creature, which is great. This is great, just getting something back from the graveyard if you need it. You know, like I think the lands kind of speak for themselves. I run Terramorphic Expanse, and I probably should also, I also run Evolving Wilds just to get just to get lands out of the deck, so you've got gas to go. So yeah, this is the summary kind of of the deck, and then I'm going to show you some gameplay footage as well. Maybe that will be in this video, maybe it will be in like a separate video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you've got any questions about the deck, maybe any suggestions that you have that you think I should, maybe some directions I could take it, please let me know. And thanks for watching this segment of the deck explainer. Cheers.